Welcome to English One. It's back to school night, and I thought it'd be better to do a video in this situation. That way, I can throw out as much information as I can to all four of my English One classes, and I am available for specific questions between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., specifically on Thursday, September 3rd. So go ahead and contact me at pcarini@nhusd.k12.ca.us. What are we going to be doing here? We're going to be doing a lot of reading in English One. We're in the middle right now of reading The House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisneros. Later on in the year, we're going to be doing the narrative of Frederick Douglass. We're going to be reading a lot of Greek and Roman mythology, especially the Odyssey. We'll touch upon the Iliad a little bit, and we're going to be doing several short stories and articles. And these readings will ultimately lead to writing, of course. We're going to be writing analytical paragraphs, persuasive essays, personal narratives, and précis. At the moment, we're doing a lot of writing already. However, it's more formative rather than summative. What's the difference? Formative, think of formative as building up skills in order to get to the bigger summative assignments. Think of formative assignments as classwork and homework. Think of the summative assignments as essays and tests. Those are worth more points in that along the grade. We've also got a lot of grammar and vocabulary that we're going to be working on. We're already in the middle of noun phrases right now. We're also going to learn verb phrases and prepositional phrases. The reason why we're going to be doing this is it's my job to help your student become a better writer. And the way we're going to be doing that is to have more elaborate syntax. What does that mean? That means instead of short, choppy sentences, I'm going to be teaching the kids to elongate their sentences and have a variety of sentence structure. So instead of always starting a sentence with a noun phrase, the, whatever the noun is, or the word I, which a lot of ninth graders do, they're going to be starting off with the prepositional phrase or conjunctive phrase or an adverbial phrase to start that sentence. We're also going to be working on more vivid verbs, vivid diction. All kids high school age need to work on commas. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of adults do as well. And of course, we're going to be working on grammar such as word roots, prefixes, and suffixes. So we're virtual. I don't know how long we're going to be virtual, but we're going to make the most of it. It's obviously not ideal. There are times when my microphone cuts out. There are times when kids get kicked out of class. It happens. So I've told kids that if they get kicked out of class twice, um, if they've got the information that they need to work on the assignments on Canvas, go ahead and do that instead of constantly trying to get back in. If we have a situation where my Wi-Fi goes out or their Wi-Fi goes out entirely, well, then they need to go to Canvas. Canvas, it has all the information there for them. It will have a lot of what I teach in little videos. We'll talk more about that in a moment. So I asked the kids to tell me what should they do in a classroom in order to ensure success. They came up with the rules, not me. They said that students should come to class with the proper materials. They should be quiet. They should study the subject in order to understand. They should listen attentively, and they should learn to ask questions. That last one's a big one. Go ahead and ask me questions, and some of your students are doing just that. It's keeping me busy in the first month of learning, but it's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it in the long run. Don't be afraid to ask questions. They also talked about what they should do outside of class. Um, Ask for help, get the extra practice, read at home, stay motivated, keep in touch with the counselor, all sorts of things. Have a winning attitude. You know, I'd like to ask you a question. As the parent right now, Who do you think their primary teacher is? Is it the English teacher, the math teacher? Is it their counselor? Who's their primary teacher? Well, the answer is you. You're their primary teacher. That's why I like the second to the last bullet point they put down, ask family members if no one else can help, because you are the primary teacher of your students. I also asked them, what can teachers do to help support students? They came up with all sorts of things. Um, they they asked, just the foremost thing is just show support. And I try to do that every time I see them, let them know they're doing a good job. I let them know when they're not doing a good job, what they can do to improve. Okay. Uh, they also talked about auditory, visual, tactile learners. Tactile learners are more difficult in a virtual world, but we're going to do our best. Keeping an open mind, having a safe learning space. They thought of all sorts of things. So, as I said before, we're going to be working on Canvas. And there will be some teachers that are going to be starting the year on Google Classroom. I chose to go with Canvas right away because we're supposed to do it by the first quarter anyway. So I thought I might as well dive right into it. The way they see this, I'm going to get out of this slideshow right here. The way your kid gets to Canvas, in the upper left-hand corner where it says NHUSD bookmarks, they click on that. They go to Canvas right here. There's a little link that goes there. Then they use their Google email in order to get to their courses. And they should have courses that, well, they won't all look like this, but they should have several courses. Here's what they would look like when they go to my English 1 class. This particular one is for period 1. The latest 2 announcements will be at the top. And here's a collage of different authors and characters we're going to be reading about this year. And my email address, phone number with extension right here. You can leave a voicemail here if I do not answer. The kids need to use modules most of all. I've taken off the option for assignments because all of the assignments are in modules. This is a long story, but basically, modules is the most important link that they're going to be using here, because when they go to modules, it gives them in order from top to bottom things they have to do. And they have to do them in this order. Some kids just started at the bottom and worked their way up. And I thought, why are you doing that? Well, I found out that's because that's the way it is in announcements. The older announcements are on the bottom, and the more recent announcements are on the top. So you really work from bottom to top in announcements. In modules, however, you work top to bottom. So there will also be some times, I'm not doing it at the moment, where a kid will not be able to get down here until they first go up here. So what sort of things will they see? They might just see a page that shows an overview. These are the things we're going to learn in this particular module. They might have little videos. This is like a 3 or 4 minute video. I teach them about noun phrases right here. They might have, in this case, this is information about how to use the highlighting function in Editor. And they might have assignments right here. So there's a whole bunch of things that they may be doing in modules. Along with assignments, there might be something like discussions. Here's a, you know what, we'll go with the first one we did. We just had a little fun with what their biggest pet peeve was. And I gave my pet peeve about people at the green light with their phones, and they're not going forward when the green light hits. And others put theirs down and responded to each other. So there's going to be a lot of communication going on with discussion boards. Look at how many we have. We have so many pet peeves and responses to pet peeves. This is fantastic discussion right here. We're going to be doing quite a bit of that. It's all going to be in modules. Okay. At the moment, if you look at Welcome to English 1, we're done with that module. We will do two modules at a time. We will always do a reading module along with either a grammar module or a vocabulary module. And we'll go back and forth right now. So, how do the kids know if they didn't do something? Well, there's the grades section right here. I'm not going to click on that because if I click on it, it will show the grades of other kids in the class. So I'm not going to click on that. Also, in the home category, if you look at the to-do list, it will let them know what they're missing. In my case, it tells me what I still need to grade. I still need to grade these 4 things right here. If we were to go to a student view and go to home, it will say things like, look, you see that this symbol right here means an announcement. I didn't look at this announcement. This symbol is an assignment. I didn't do this assignment yet. This symbol is a discussion board. I didn't do that discussion yet. So these are the things that I am missing. Any student can look at their to-do list to find out what they're missing. I do not know what happens if they've waited so long that it's no longer available, if it's still on the to-do list. So you may be asking, how do I, as a parent, take a look at this? Well, I just found out how to do that. If you email me tonight, tomorrow, whenever, if you email me and ask, I want to be paired with my student, with my son, with my daughter, then I will go ahead and pair you. Now, what do you see when you pair with the kids? I honestly don't know. And looks like I lost my slideshow here. Oh well. I don't know what you'll see. I don't know if you'll just see their grades. I don't know if you'll see what assignments they're missing. I don't know if I hope that you'll be able to see the modules for sure and what it is they're doing. I really hope you'll be able to see that and the announcements as well. But I just learned this. I just learned Canvas. So hopefully you'll tell me once you do that. But I do know how to pair a parent to the student on Canvas. With that said, once again, you can email me for any questions at pcareeny@nhusd.k12.ca.us. I'm going to be vigilantly looking at my email between 6 and 8 p.m. For any specific questions. Hope to hear from you.